That was a pretty impressive burp.
What the fuck was that?
All right, I'm good to go.
Ditto.
Yeah, you guys go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so
Rest in
I think
boy,
we're gonna
Tommy.
skip over a lot of what's going on. We don't need to deal with the admin of the girl being handed over and everything. That's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Did I go to my shop? Did I go to the shop?
yeah, and you were getting brandy.
Yeah, I wanted to get a really nice brandy, like an aged fucking, something aged. Something that would cost me like a decent amount of my paycheck for that job.
Okay, cool. So it's getting into like late evening, and I'm assuming you're heading home, Blair, like getting ready for the next morning.
Yeah.
Getting ready for your big plans. Yeah. And we don't see this shot from any perspectives of the main cast. We see this from the perspective of a man waiting in his car
Huh.
outside what we recognize as Blair's apartment.
Oh boy.
And we see a car slowly pull up and stop at the side of the road. The man turns his head, reaches into the glove box, grabbing something, and opens the door.
Am I like just fiddling with my door or?
Yeah, you're like getting out of the car right now.
Yeah.
The man, as soon as your door is open and you like take a step out, you like look up, and you see 10 feet away there is a man raising a pistol at you. I'd stop right there.
I'll just like turn to him, just face him directly, you know, and just stare at him. Is there something that you want?
Why don't we go speak inside?
I just gesture to him. Just like, come on in.
Yeah, and he like nods for you to go first, like sort of like points with his gun, sort of thing.
Yeah. And yeah, I just go and I'll start to unlock my door.
Yeah.
And
Grand
yeah, I'll push it
Architect,
open.
is it?
Excuse me.
I'm assuming the one who's planned all this is you.
However, do you mean? I go in, so I'll start to walk in, and I'll do one of those like I'll start lighting some of those fucking candle, you know, those oil lamps,
Yeah, around the room.
because I have a shitty little thing.
Yeah, and he's like all the while he just like slowly walks into the room, just takes a few steps in, pointing the gun at you the whole while, waits for
Yeah.
you for a little bit.
I'll just sit down on one of the stools that I own, one of the wooden stools.
Car had bullet holes in it before it crashed. After it crashed, not before.
Are you gonna try and tell me how clever you are before you shoot me, or do you want something?
I'm a man who likes unfolding mysteries, Mr. Lyons, I believe. Yours is unsolved. Whoever killed Bloody Out is smart. Made us think it was the Cornix. I know the Cornix. We would have found the fucker on the beach down the river, pecker stuffed in his mouth. So if it wasn't the Cornix, then it was someone who wanted to see him squirm as they beat his head in with a hammer.
You like look about my place, and there's just toolboxes with hammers and other types of roofing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I happen to know a roofer. But more than anything, it's probably the person who cut his brake lines out in the open. Now, what I want to know is why. The way I see things, you aren't close enough to anyone else in the family for this to be a power play. You had nothing to gain from pulling this stunt. Did he piss you off?
I just look at him. Yeah, I just look at him, and I drop the whole like persona that I always have on, where I'm very like just staring at people and very like and just well done. How perceptive of you to find out my little secret. Is this something that you want? Money?
He just raises like an eyebrow. More to this than I thought. Tell me what you want. I'm here to see if I can help, or if it would be more profitable for me to just bring a traitor's head to the family's head.
My goal is simple. I want to take down everyone that harmed me and my family, and anyone else who gets in the way.
And the people who harmed you and your family. Seems like he has a few cogs whirring. I'm gonna roll something. The missing Capello boy.
In the flesh.
How the fuck? Doesn't matter. So you intend to take down the whole family then?
All of them.
I've been kept in a pocket stuffed with lint for far too long. Been looking for a way out. That's why I didn't just tell the boss about you.
Mm.
You pay well, but there's
Yes,
certain
I would
things
believe
you
you.
need more than just money.
Mm. I understand. A cockroach with enough money as you still doesn't really amount to much, does he? You're frustrated.
Bites his bottom lip.
I understand. Well, it's not money that you seek. Then perhaps you should leave me alone and let me do what I've set out to. Kill the rest of the Caro family. Leave them nothing but a smoldering wake on this.
Tell you what. Anything they find on any of your crime scenes. So like looks you up and down. Holsters the pistol. Oh. Fluff any evidence that would suggest that it wasn't the Cornix.
Well, that makes things a whole lot simpler, then, doesn't it?
Looks around your room. Bloody ass sure wasn't paying you well. That
I just
tips
put my
that.
money in. Yeah, I just put my money into other things.
Have a fine day, Mr. Lyons. Smiles.
Yeah, I just
and
looked at
takes
him
a
as he
step
goes out.
backwards. Closes the door behind you, leaving you alone. You sort of like let a breath out.
And yeah, as soon as he gets up, I pull my gun and I start to and I go to look out a window to see if I can find where his car is.
Yeah, you see the police car. It's parked like a little way away, and you see him heading towards it. He turns before he gets to the door, turns, looks back up. Doesn't seem to see you since your room is so dimly lit. And then heads ducks into his car. And you see it start to slowly pull away. And we'll move on to the next day. Unless you want to do anything.
No, I'm not gonna kill him.
Okay, cool.
Tommy's still dead, oh no.
Day one with Tommy dead.
Tommy wakes up.
It's cold.
It's so cold. I'm shivering now. Blair, what are you doing in the morning? What are you preparing?
Well, because it is a new day, what does my stress and shit look like?
Okay, so you've had enough time to rest, so any mild consequences and any stress boxes are gone.
Nice.
So I think
everything's
that's everything. Yeah, so you're fine.
I only got miles.
We see,
Nice.
so we get a scene in the morning of you waking up, cricking your neck, you go over to like the very like cheap, really shitty shower that you have, like the rusted shower head, and like turning it on. Waiting for like a second and a half before the water starts coming out, and then the towel like the shower head like judders before it does. Starts pouring down on you. We get like a scene of you like cleaning off the blood from your ear, like the blood that's sort of caked onto your shoulder. Getting ready.
Yeah. Yeah, like going to like adjust my my ankle to wrap it in something, and then realizing I still have the ring on, and like, oh fuck, taking it off and tossing it onto the floor like the poison ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we see you getting dressed. You get like little montage parts of you just like pulling on.
I'd like to dress in one of my cheap suits.
Yeah.
I only have a couple of them, so I get dressed in a new
So
cheap
we see
suit.
you like adjusting your blazer, like making sure everything's ready.
Yeah.
And then we see you start leaving the house and grabbing up the bottle of brandy that's right by the door as you like leave.
Yeah. Putting it in the basket of my bike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking off down the road into the early morning through the alleyways.
Yep. And you're heading to the the Caro house?
Caro house.
Okay, cool. And when you arrive, who are you looking for? So we get like all these shots of like we get this shot of like your morning routine and you heading off and getting ready, like in sort of meticulous detail in a meticulously detailed montage, and we start to see you sort of biking away, and we get like a couple shots of you traveling down the road.
Yeah.
As the scene changes.
One of the first things I would like to do when I arrive is I would like to slip a note in with Aaron's meal tray that arrives to his room every morning.
Okay.
That's one of the first things I'd like to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see a servant and you just like you like grab her by the shoulder and start having a conversation, and while you've like got her attention with your hand on her shoulder, with the other hand you just sort of like grab the tray and just like slip the note underneath the plate itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't get any sound in this because the music's playing over it. We just sort of see that scene while like Blair's main theme is playing in the soundtrack. And she heads off. And we see you look over to which door?
I'd like to speak to Vemnon if I can before this evening. Yeah.
I think Vemnon's in his office, like planning, like you've got like a map sprawled out over the table, sort of like beginning to plan your next sort of target to attack, the most strategically valuable point in the city.
Yep.
Yeah. So you hear a knock at your door, Vemnon?
Yeah, just...
Come in.
Yeah, and I just very, barely creak open the door.
Yeah.
Are you
You
busy?
see Blair's head slightly sticking.
What kind of question is that? I just look up at you with these tired, just completely done with everybody's shit eyes.
Yeah.
My brother's declared a war, and I'm to be its general, whilst he sips wine and brandy and makes lovely monologues.
I'll just creak the door open even more and then shut it behind me. And well, who else's brain would you rather have at the forefront of that operation?
None. Too many people would die. I just pull like a stray hair off of the map. I think it's Tommy's hair, like one of Tommy's hairs, and I'm just pulling it off and like. Ugh.
You look at it in disgust.
Exactly.
Excuse me?
Toss it away.
One of his aspects is that he's a racist.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
It's been visible the whole time. It's been visible to everybody the whole time. No secret.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But yeah. It's a rather bloody business, but it is one that I'm suited to, I suppose. I don't suppose you've seen the past few days, well...
Femnon, you're careful as too. As you're sort of like going on, like observing the map, do you notice that one of Blair's arms is like kept behind his back?
Yeah.
As if he's like waiting for you to like, but he's sort of like politely waiting for you to finish.
Yeah, no, as soon as I noticed that, I don't suppose you've seen... What is it?
I just like reveal it from under my my arm. It's a really nice bottle, but it's wrapped in paper. There's something around it, like there's a little thing tying, like a little thing of twine tied around it to hide what kind of brand it is. A gift.
Oh, for me.
I go and just set it down.
Yeah, sets it down on the mat.
To what do I owe this honor?
I just wanted to thank you for all the help that you've given me. None of this would have been possible if you didn't reach out. But not to get too sentimental, I am making a move tonight on Miles Caro. It's a bit risky. I may not return. So in light of all that, figured we could at least sit down and have a drink. If everything goes to shit.
Well, I can't say I'm averse to celebrating last rites. Yeah, I'll take off the ribbon and
I'm gonna walk over to one of your little desks that you have in the corner. I'll grab 2 glasses or whatever.
yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
I'll read the name of the brandy.
I got
How
you a
old it
really
is.
aged brandy.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's super, super expensive.
Nice.
I think it's 25-year Gold Dust brandy.
Yeah.
The brand is called Gold Dust.
Not too bad, not too bad. Normally I'm not one to partake in such drivel, but I'd be remiss not to accept such a gift. In light of the work you've done.
We've done. It's not all this me.
No.
A knife needs a handle wielded.
You think I'm in control of you?
In a way.
I don't think anyone can control you, Blair. I think if you had it in you, you'd kill me here and now, but I don't think that's your style. No, you choose your targets wisely.
Killing you would be too obvious.
Quite.
Though I can't lie. I've thought about it.
Feelings
You were there the
mutual.
night that my parents were killed, weren't you?
Of course. I was a member of the party assigned with the slaying of your family, though I took no great pleasure in doing so.
Right.
Pity.
And what I do is I unbuckle my my jacket and go to sit down, like exposing that I do have my gun like
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to like expose it and then just very slowly go to take it out of the holster,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and then I'll just put it on the table and I'm gonna slide it over towards you. Better.
Quite the contrary. Yeah, I reach for the gun, I stop it, and I shove it back to you, almost just the same way. I'd rather you be armed if someone were to break into here. It's probably the only way they'd get to us. Me, for that matter. By surprise. But, no, I, in a twisted sort of way, trust you, Blair. I trust you to do what you set out to do. I'm popping open the cap of the brandy, and I'm just gonna whiff the aroma, just kind of like bring the bottle up.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's actually kind of got a sort of woodish,
I was gonna say it would
Oakish.
have sort of a mahogany sort of smell to it.
a mahogany
probably.
sort of smell. Okay, cool.
Yes, it seems you're...
It's the sort of smell that, like, the very smell is sort of like is warm. If you ever get that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah. No, I love that, Brandy. My. Seems your taste matches your aptitude.
It was my father's favorite.
Well, yeah, I go to pour it into both our glasses. Taking a few seconds. And I will put the bottle down, pick my glass up.
Yeah, and I'll go over. I'll reach for mine as well. And yeah, and I'll bring it up. And like, it looks like I'm about to take a drink out of it, and then you stop me because it's like a cheers thing. And I'm what am I doing?
Yeah. You're
I forgot that you like your long exposition.
Exactly,
Like I just wants to drink it.
Zemnon likes the sound of his own voice a lot. Yeah. So he raises the glass and
so I stop myself like, right.
Yeah, and as though continuing the same statement I was saying before, may we resist the fate he received so unduly, for as long as we can. Anyway. And I'll reach out.
For as long as we can.
Clink
and
glasses.
I'm gonna take a long gulp of mine, just because I'm not used to drinking such nice, like I don't think I do drink anything nice, right? So I'm kind of excited that I bought this. So I'm gonna take a long drink until it's gone.
Yeah, you're just very slowly enjoying the taste, but just finish the glass.
Yeah, I'm the complete opposite. Like I take a sip, just let it percolate in my mouth, just let the taste and the aroma seep through. Like
you're sophisticated.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I might as well be sticking my pinky out. Right?
Yeah. You're a sophisticated drinker.
Yeah.
So there's this sort of odd moment of just like between the two of you as you just both enjoy the brandy and sort of like you both know that Blair's about to potentially get himself killed and either way change this organization in some major way.
Yeah. So tell me, Blair. This is after you finished your drink. Like I've gotten like 3 sips in. Basically, every sip taking probably 15 seconds.
Yeah.
How do you plan to do it, Miles?
Well, that's simple. He's gonna come to me.
Is he?
And when he does, I'm gonna place at his feet the heads of Charles, Aaron, you.
Yeah, I, glower at you for a second. What?
The poison you just swallowed. It acts pretty fast. And it's like if you go to move it all, just don't bother squirming. There'll be more dignity in it if you just sit there and talk. You're an elf, so your blood metabolizes faster than mine. You'll be dead long before the poison has any effect on me.
Zemnon's just smiling.
You didn't honestly think I was going to let you get away with taking part in killing my family, did you?
You vex me, Blair. I start to stand up out of my chair. You said it was fast acting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I start to stand up out of my chair, and I just kind of like as I'm standing.
Yeah.
But I still stand and try to retain my
your arms
dignity and my
shaking
stance.
a little bit as you push yourself up.
You vex me, and yet you impress me with every waking moment. You do such things, such horrible things with the rest of your existence. I'm glad I won't be there to see them. I cough and some just horribly red blood spatters across my white desk.
Splatters across your perfect marble desk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you have such a simple way to die. but I figured a bullet would be too barbaric for you.
Fitting,
Also
really.
in class.
One thing I feared most in death was being found with the back of my head blown out. Pink and red stains on my jacket. You've done me one kindness, Elise. Be able to wear this suit in the coffin. My nose starts dribbling.
Yeah, blood. Like a little bit's like coming out of one of your eyes, like at the side as well.
Means nothing now, but tell me, Blair, what do you plan to do when it's all over? When the dust has settled and nothing remains but bodies, blood, and yourself towering above us all.
I just sort of sit there, and I'm like twirling my my glass in my hand, and I look at you, and I just let out this like just this big smile as your vision just starts to get hazy, and you're waiting for an answer, and I'm just sitting there frustratingly silent, just looking at you die.
No matter, I suppose. Slam into the ground.
And he just collapses.
Yep.
And you wait for a moment, you hear just a cough, a splutter. And then nothing. And then nothing. And you're alone in the room.
I'm going to do just as I promised. I'm going to go over to Memnon, and I'm gonna get a cleaver out of the side of my suit.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Memnon one solid, and I'm going to take his suit off of him before I do this to him.
Okay. Yeah,
Aw.
you slowly start like stripping him down.
Yeah. And I'll fold his suit and put it on the bed, and then I'd like to start hacking at his head to get it off.
Okay.
I have a very thin neck. Shouldn't
Yeah.
be too hard.
It's
Yeah.
not too hard, and
Yeah.
Blair has been metaphorically and literally sharpening this cleaver for years.
Holy
And once
shit.
I'm done removing his head, I want to go over to the corner of his room and just stick 2 of my fingers down my throat.
Mm-hmm. And just throw up.
Yeah, and just vomit
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, and it's like horrible like dry heave retching as well, because
Yeah.
after you get out like most of the liquid, you're still like vomiting, just because your body is sort of like starting to feel the toxins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know there is some lingering like substance in your system, like
Yeah.
any normal person would want to get their stomach pumped, but you know that you're sort of on a clock.
Yeah, I got a job to do.
Mm-hmm. So, what is your plan now? And I don't know if you want to whisper to me or if you want to tell everybody what your note to Aaron said.
My note to Aaron said, I would sign it at the bottom after I've written what it said, but I would say your uncle has hired me to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I have graciously declined.
Okay.
Blair Lyons.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, what is your intention now that you sort of like stand in the room here as Vemnon's blood from his neck starts slowly spreading across the ground, staining into his white carpet?
Well, one of the first things I want to do is I want to go over to Vemnon's food tray,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to put his head inside of the tray and cover it with
Oh.
the steel lid.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'd like to carry it down to the car that I plan on driving and put it in
Okay.
the trunk.
Yep. You throw it in the trunk.
Yeah. I love this. Now that nobody's here that I'm like plotting to kill, I can just say what I want
Yeah.
to do now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck
He's
yeah.
finally free.
Yeah, I can just be like, this thing is happening.
Free of his chains.
And yeah, I would like to walk up to
Just
Aaron's
lay
room.
it down. Okay, I think Aaron has, since receiving your note, been eagerly like watching his window, and when he sees you like leaving, as you like turn around to go, you see him like hurriedly like walking over to you. Not like he's not running; he's just walking so fast that it probably draws more suspicion than if he was running.
Yep.
As he walks towards you, he's like looking over his shoulder. Are you're Blair Lyons? Correct.
Yes, I am.
Right. Well, I need to get away from here. I need to get away.
I know where to take you. And I just look at him. I expect a lot of pay for this. You understand?
Of course.
Because I'm gonna have to leave the city. Everything.
Yes.
I know some people. I'll keep you safe.
Me too. When I get back, when I'm in charge of this place, I won't be the only one eating the pie.
And I'm gonna go, good. And I reach into my pocket and I hand him something that's inside of a handkerchief.
Mm-hmm. He looks at it,
It's
Looks at you.
Memnon's pistol.
just like unfolds it, and his eyes are just like wide as he looks back at you. I... Right.
Let's go.
He just like puts it away and gets into the passenger side of the car.
Yeah. And I'll start it up and start driving if he's not gonna protest.
Yeah. No. This kid seems like he is ambitious, but is sort of, if he thinks you're on his side, seems to be pretty easily drawn along. But yeah, he gets into the side and you start driving. And we see your car heading down the road. Where are you heading towards?
I'm heading to the one spot that we've discussed about before.
The one spot that we discussed? Sorry, whisper me. Whisper me. Sorry.
Sorry, we've talked about a lot, guys. Let's see.
Just want to make sure I have this correct. Because I think I know what he's talking about. I just want to make sure.
Oh, you're Ruben. I'm like, GM?
Sorry, Shen.
What are you apologizing for? That was awesome. That was great. I couldn't have thought of a better way for him to die. I was like, oh, he's gonna kill me. There's gonna be a gunfight, and even if Femnon wins, he's gonna use his stunt. But then I realized, he's gonna poison me. Oh, great! So I can monologue while dying. Fuck yeah!
Yeah, exactly. Dying is like the best thing. I'll just say on film, dying is the greatest thing. You always want to die on screen. It's so much fun.
Okay, so you start driving over, heading down the road, and you end up at this very inauspicious, very simple-looking building. It seems like a very similar place to where Samantha lived. It just seems like a house. But the windows are boarded up, and the house looks like in a state of disrepair. You know, because your good friend, the policeman, gave you the place where the boss is essentially keeping himself safe.
No.
And you get out of the car.
Yeah, that's the thing. I pull up to the place and I'll turn around and I'll just look in my rear view mirror, and I'm just staring at Aaron. And so you really think you have what it takes to run this thing?
I know I have I know I'm young, but I know I could do this better than both of them. They run this like a carnival. Like it's their thing to play games. It's like he's looking, staring at you in the mirror.
Yeah, I just look at you and prove it. And I get out and I'm gonna go open his door for him.
He takes a step out. Where are we?
You're gonna want to take that.
His eyes sort of grow wide.
I gesture Vemnon's gun.
Yeah, he had like left it on the seat, like without picking it up.
You're gonna want to take that.
His eyes seem to grow wide with realization. So he just sort of like, as opposed to nodding, he just sort of like slightly bows his head, grabs the pistol, and swings his other foot out of the car, standing up. You shut the door behind him as he like stares up towards the building.
Yeah, I like look up at the now starting to like be rainy clouds as it was otherwise a very nice day. You know, just look up and like, fuck, of course it has to rain.
It's always raining in this town.
Yeah.
Right.
Up to you. Like, go up. Knock 4 times.
Right. And he knocks. And there's a long wait before the door opens. And there's a man standing there who looks not so much like the very prim and proper Charles Carrow that we know in the sort of business suit, very well composed. This is sort of more like Colton sweater, more very chilled out clothing.
Yeah.
And his eyes sort of grow wide. Aaron, please, come in. And Aaron, like, his head down, takes a couple steps in.
Yeah, and I'll walk up really quickly right before the door shuts, right? And just kind of like, just
and the
stick
doors
my
like
boot
slowly
in
start
it.
swinging shut, and you just like step to your boot just before it closes.
Yeah, yeah.
And we go to the scene inside. Would you like anything to drink? No. No, Father. There's something I've wanted to talk with you about. And as the audience, we see like down by the side of his chair, his dad's off to like the left, and down by like the right side of his chair, he's like sort of clenching and unclenching his fingers around the porcelain handle of the revolver. Father. And his dad sort of like turns, surprised at sort of the more authoritative tone for that one moment.
Mm.
This war is pointless. The last few years have been pointless. Miles. You can trust everything to Miles? And we see like Charles's face grow furrowed as he slowly like puts like a tray of biscuits down on a table.
Nice, what a man.
Aaron, if you have any problems, we can talk about. And Aaron just like points the gun at him. No. I'm sick of talking, Father.
Shit.
You've chastised me. You've ran this business, and look at how many people from 10 years ago are still loyal to us. Blueberry? He just shakes his head and looks down. I would run this business so much better that... And we see a bullet hole appear in the front and center of his forehead as he suddenly collapses forwards. And we see to one side Blair just standing by the back doorway.
Just with like a
Pistol
smoking
raised.
revolver just pointing at Aaron.
Charles's like eyes look to you and then look with sort of shock as he sort of like collapses to his knees. Aaron? 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 Like shakes him, and we see Aaron's like raise
He's
a hand,
gone.
not towards his face but towards like his father's neck, and then just falls limp, like leaving a blood stain across Charles's neck.
God.
Oh. You! His head just like twists towards you as you were just like pointing the pistol, still smoking.
No.
You slowly like just click the barrel, ready for another shot.
Yeah, just pull back the chamber. The hammer, sorry.
Why, Blair? that is your name. Blair Cornick.
Well, not Cornick. No. They have
He's
nothing to
sort
do
of-
with this.
He freezes.
You and the rest of the pathetic hyenas that you refer to as your family orchestrated taking down the lion long time ago, didn't you? Got him while he was weak with his family. Took his place. Things haven't quite run the same since you took over, have they? And I just start to, like twirl the revolver and walk around.
Yeah, you like slowly step forwards into the room, start like moving over. Hi.
You know who I am, don't you?
His head slowly sinks, but that's all the sort of affirmation you need. After all this time. I
After all
had
this.
Vernon look for you. He said he couldn't find you. I figured if he couldn't find you, I imagined... And his eyes lock onto you. It won't work. Kill me, Miles takes my place. That boy is more of a commander, more of a man than you could be. Hell, this one is. It's like nods down towards Aaron.
I just sort of like start laughing. What makes you think I want to take over the family business? I want to drive it into the ground. I just wanted to bring your boy to you, in the flesh, and have him say it from his own mouth. But he's been wanting to kill you for so long. But now instead, I will. And I'm going to point the revolver at him.
Yeah.
And if you'd like me to roll initiative, I don't know.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I got a 4.
Yours is 4.
Well, you didn't roll initiative.
Yeah, you don't. He just has 4.
I'm just saying I didn't know if you wanted me just to kill this man.
Rennick
you
bursts
just
through the
act
window.
first. It's not Rennick, but
Go
I
Rennick.
can't change that one. So actually,
Oh, okay.
it's just that.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Just so that we don't get the amusement of Rennick like running in. There you go. Okay, yeah.
That'd be amazing.
So you attack
Rennick,
first.
what the fuck is happening?
You just look up, like, even if they don't stop you, I will, and you get your first.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point, I'm just going to just fire on him multiple times.
Mm-hmm. So roll me a forceful.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Very
What
good.
fate-
I do. So I'm going to use a fate point to reroll that.
Okay. So I will -1.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice. That'll be, and he will roll. He will roll quick as he just tries to like duck
Yeah.
behind one of the tables. That's a D20. I always do this as the first roll that I do.
I know. D20. I do that too. Whenever somebody's like, "Can you roll me up?"
That's
Nice.
equal. So that means that you will get a boost to your next attack, but nothing else will happen if you're
Yeah.
comfortable with that.
Yep. So he just shoot. I just shoot, and he just moves.
By the way, I only have 1 fate point in this scene because there's only
What?
1 player character.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So he like rolls behind the sofa, and he's going to try and leap over it, seeing that you have to sort of like like the last time that you like after you killed Aaron, you like had to basically adjust your weapon to fire again. He's
Yeah.
getting like trying to take advantage of that window, tries to roll over the sofa, grab the pan of biscuits, and is just going to try to like whack you across the face with it,
Nice. And
sending the biscuits flying everywhere.
If he goes to do that, what I'm going to do is just do one of those like Matrix like dodge under it sort of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, so roll me a quick versus his forceful.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus, that's gotta be like, yeah, that's all minuses. If you want to re-roll that, you're gonna get like, on average, a +4.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll re-roll it. My fate points are going away,
It's all
boys.
Yeah,
Nice. So
Okay,
I beat him.
so-
I beat him with style, didn't I?
yeah, you beat him with style, which means it's in the rules quick reference. Which if it would load, can one of you check the quick reference? It's in the rules. It won't load for me. Defend with style. Oh no, it loaded. Your opponent doesn't get. Yeah. So how do you get a boost from dodging this? Do you think?
Well, once again, like I said,
dodge
because
underneath?
because I'm below him now, and I still have the revolver, I'm in a very good, like,
Yeah,
I'm
you've
in
got
a
like
really good
access to
position
all of
just
his
to straight up,
vitals.
just to straight up shoot him in the heart if I wanted to.
Okay, so you just like click the revolver, and you have
Yeah.
2 boosts. No.
Yeah, so I want to shoot him straight through the heart.
Okay, roll me a forceful with a +4 if you want to use both your boosts.
Oh my.
Let's do it. So that's a 5.
So it's a 5. Okay. He is going to. Yeah, he's going to use quick and just basically try and like kick at you and like roll backwards
Nice.
if he can. +2.
Whoa! Whoa!
Got a
Jesus
5.
Christ.
Okay.
This old man.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah,
you
he-
didn't roll too great either. You got a
So,
-1.
so do I just skim him?
Yeah. So as you're going to like shoot straight in the rib cage, as he sort of like kicks at you and starts moving to the side, it just skims past his sort of like it skims past his side, like leaving like a shallow sort of grave
Jesus
more than anything,
Christ.
as he like rolls to one side.
God,
And
you rolled really well.
yeah. And he's going to lean down, try and pick up Aaron's gun and raise it towards you.
Nice. If that's the case, I'm going to. I just want to stop him from doing that by like tackling him.
Okay, so roll forceful.
Yep. Nice.
Okay, he got a 2.
Nice. So he gets his gun.
Okay.
And he gets to shoot me.
Yep. So he gets the gun, whips around, and as you like go in for the tackle, he fires, and it just like grazes past your shin,
Jesus.
through just the side of the calf, and you feel the pain as it sort of like throws you off of one of your steps. He uses that to sort of like sidestep you, and your turn.
Nice. So seeing as how like that's happening, and now he's a bit more on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is what's the interior of this place like? Because I know that on the outside it looks like a disheveled piece of shit, but I doubt he would live in squalor.
Have you watched Legend, the film?
No, but describe to me kind of what it's like.
So if you imagine like kind of like a grandma's house, so like on the back of chairs, there's like sort of like those sort of like white floral patterns. that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have,
yeah.
Cushioned chairs. The table is like a really nice dark oak table with this like nice like very like crappy plastic tray that's like placed down on it. It all seems like very sort of homely stuff for quite a rich guy.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do then is there's going to be an old grandfather clock,
Yeah, that would exactly fit.
and I'm going to tip it and try and. So instead of going for him directly, I'm just going to be like, oh, this can smash him to the ground. So I'm going to use its weight and try and throw it on top of him instead of going straight
Try and
towards
roll
him.
Try and roll me a clever or a forceful.
I'll do a clever because that seems more clever. Nice.
Holy moly. Good.
Grandfather clock, yeah.
Oh my God, Nimi.
Yeah, and he's just going to he's actually going to try and like catch the grandfather clock before it falls onto him. Before like the full momentum of it comes crashing down. So oh my God.
I'm going to kill this
He's
man.
rolling so good, dude.
I'm going to kill this man.
I don't know about that.
You have a +2, by the way. Because you have a boost.
I have a
Your
+2 to
previous
this
draw.
attack.
Yeah, you have a boost from your previous draw. Because you both rolled 5 last time, too.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I can use the +2 to crush him.
So you do 2 damage? Yeah.
Yeah.
As he tries to catch it, one of his arms buckles underneath the weight and it slams into his shoulder. But he manages to like push it off of him. But yeah, he seems to like have sort of a fucked shoulder a bit now.
Nice.
I'll just mark that down. Okay. Continuing the fight. It's Charles's turn. Yeah, he's just going to spin the barrel and try and let off another shot at you. So yeah, he's just he like takes a step backwards, seeming as you're like further back towards the wall now, and he's trying to like aim better and just take some time to shoot.
Nice.
So he's gonna be rolling
I'll
with
try and
careful.
dive behind the shitty love seat.
Nice. Yeah, he's going to be rolling with careful, and he'll dive behind the chair. So I guess that's quick or sneaky.
Yeah.
So this is his careful. You got a 2.
Oh.
Nice. Beating with style.
No, so you get a boost to your next
Oh
attack.
god.
Yeah,
The,
so I
boost,
roll
the
behind
boosts
the.
are like the only thing winning you this fight right now.
Yeah, I know, right? So
Also,
I'll
the
roll-
fact that you're rolling shitty and he's rolling
Yeah.
really well.
So I'll roll behind the the couch, and I land next to like where there's the fireplace. So I'm gonna grab the
Yeah.
fire poker and try and
Yeah.
swing it up and just get him across the face.
Yeah, you're just trying to like whack it across his face. Okay,
Yeah.
roll me a forceful or a quick.
Gonna roll it quick because fuck this guy. Hell yeah!
Holy
Oh
shit.
god!
And mimicking you, he's going to try and also like matrix dodge underneath it, as it just like whips
This-
past him.
It's impossible for him to make.
Okay,
Oh,
you got a
that's still
4, so you
pretty
do
good.
3 damage.
Yeah.
You have a boost. Do you want to use it?
To kill him, yes.
Because this will be the difference between killing him and not
so
killing
you,
him.
So you know the parts of the fire pokers where there's the straight part that has the little hook.
Yep.
If he can't dodge out of the way, I want to get him right in the temple with it, in the side.
Yeah. So you swing this like what should be like a sort of poking weapon as it slams into the side of his head. The hook like digs into the temple, and we just see his eyes like focus for a moment, and his like brow furrows, and then he just like sort of like falls to one side. As your arms like fall with him with the poker embedded in the side of his head, and you're just left alone in this room, like Dancy just.
Yeah, so I want to get up to him. I want to go over to him because the thing is that this sort of a thing is going to take him a little bit to die.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
want to take the fire poker out and just get on top of him and then just start pummeling his face in with my fists.
Nice. Yeah. So you just start beating this guy's head in.
Yeah,
Oh.
Nice.
like just back and forth, you know, where his head's getting whipped to either side sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and he's like fully like sort of unconscious. Like as soon as this thing hit him in the head, like it clocked him, and he was out of it. And you're just like beating the crap out of him just to ensure that he will eventually die from just like the internal bleeding
The
in
trauma.
his brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're just ensuring that happens quicker by just beating his head as he just like lets out involuntary groans.
I'd say I get about 20 or 27 hits on this
And your
guy.
knuckles are like bloody and
Yeah.
pained, and you like see like his cheekbones, like one of his cheekbones is like caved in, and the other part, like his jaw, is clearly dislocated.
And if I may, it would be one of those things where, like, we kind of see like a slow motion of Blair on top of him and hitting him, and each time we hit him, we get sort of a flash of like another year that went by of Blair growing up without his family
yeah,
and just becoming more and more angry as like the years go on.
yeah, and we get like really, I think the Foley guys like work overtime on this scene to make like the sounds of the punching like really visceral, and like we get like close-up shots of like we get the punch, and then we get like a shot of the punch connecting and blood just flying, like
Yeah.
teeth being knocked out, just really like visceral, both in sound design and sort of like close-up shots.
Yeah, a lot of low camera angles and shit like that to get really like just impactful. Yeah. But yeah, we get like a flash
way
of,
more
like,
intimate than the character is usually comfortable being with this sort of protagonist.
Oh my
Do you know what I think we would get a lot of shots of in Blair's childhood with him growing up? Be all of his birthdays and all of his Christmases and stuff.
I
Just
think-
him sitting alone.
I think we have like alone for 2 years, and then at one point we have like 4 people in the room, and then the next birthday we have 1 person in the room, and then the rest are alone again. And then like the next one is like after you've grown old enough to actually go out, start working, and it's like you at like a work do where like it's not your it's your birthday, but it's actually like the work's like special celebration party day, and you're sitting there alone while everyone else is like laughing and talking, and
Yeah.
like the lighting is only lit on you really, and then we
Yeah.
get like a few other shots like that just showing the progression of Blair's life,
Yeah.
and then we finally like come back in with the last punch and just
And I just go to like wipe sweat from my head and leave like this thing of blood.
Yeah. You look back and you see Aaron's like just like bullet in his head, just eyes wide with sort of like you see like a tear like going down his face that he must have been having while confronting his father that's just still there.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna take off my suit jacket. And so I'm gonna take off my suit jacket and I'm gonna go over and get the cleaver, man.
Yep. and start going away. And we just see you go over, pick up the cleaver, and then we cut to the next scene, which is you just slamming the boot of the car shut.
Yeah.
Yeah. And getting into the car and
At
heading
this
up down
point,
the
it's
road.
fully raining on my
Yeah,
car.
it's like pouring down. Yeah. So we get the next shot, like it's one of those cuts where like the sound starts coming in as we just hear like rainfall fading in as we hear like a car honking noise start rising, and then we cut to the shot when the sound effect of the boot closing happens, and we just see like Blair standing there as a car just like comes past, like spraying puddles past, and that's where we're gonna take our break.
Nice.
So anyone who wants to go to the bathroom, anybody who wants to get any drinks,
That is me. I'm gonna go